How nice is it just to have JJ back in practice?
His energy, enthusiasm. I mean, he's been great. You know, not being a part of practice, just being around the football team as he's been rehabbing. But yeah, JJ's great to have out there. It's great to see him out there throwing. You know, his arms nice and rested. The ball's spitting out pretty good. But yeah, it's been great to have him out there.
Wes, as you kind of evaluate Carson's body of work, what is the best thing he's done that's allowed him to have success?
Well, I think he's really taken on the mindset of some of these games and some of the ways that we felt like we had to win some of these games. Getting the ball out of our hands a little bit quicker in some instances, and putting the ball in play. And you look at, 70 whatever percent completion percentage in some of these games where he's really done that. He's found ways, whether it's the first progression or he's got to work through something to get the ball in guys' hands and alleviate some of the tough rushers that we faced the last couple of weeks. He's bought into our system, our offense, our game plan in a specific week and executed it well. And he's shown a lot of toughness throughout that. Some of those times where, maybe we're 5 yards from the first down, maybe we do get down on a couple of those, Mark. But shown a lot of toughness and competitiveness, and it shows you kind of why he's had success in his past, just the talent level, but also he's a great competitor.
The return of Jordan and the ripple effect for what that frees up for Justin, maybe, how have you seen that really open things up for both guys playing off each other, and how defenses kind of shifted now that they have to worry about both?
Yeah, I think coaches, as they watch tape, have a lot of respect for what Jordan Addison does, and I think if you really watch the tape, they should have a whole lot of respect for what Jalen Naylor has been doing out there. With all that being said, I still think you're going to get most of the attention as far as game plan type things, where who are we going to roll the coverage to, who are we going to double potentially on third down, who are we going to take our if teams have a match corner, who are we going to travel with? Those things are still going to be, in tune to Justin Jefferson. But it makes it much harder to do when, you see Jordan Addison making the plays that he's made, Adam Thielen making some clutch third down conversions for us, Jalen Naylor winning all over the tape, whether he got the football or not on those particular plays. They're watching that tape and they're seeing those matchups that they also have to account for if we're going to take multiple people and account for Justin Jefferson. So a long way of saying I think we have a lot of good football players on the field, and that's without even mentioning our tight end group just in that receiver room that are a threat to the defense. So, and we've just got to be able to adjust with whatever type of plan they have for Justin and know that sometimes, you're either running a route to win or you're running a route to get somebody else open. And that's, the value that Justin can have without the football.
Wes, when did you guys get a sense that Xavier Scott could kind of be a unique option for you, someone who could line up at wide receiver? There's not too many running backs who can legitimately do that the way that he did for you, especially against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Zay, when we got him kind of middle of last year, whenever it was, we brought him in, you just saw this 225-pound or 230-pound athlete that was big and fast and explosive. So we were excited about him, but maybe a little harder than a quarterback potentially on a scout team to watch and kind of see, they're not getting tackled. They're not, how is he really going to be as a runner down in and down out? Not ever questioning the kid, but like how tough is he as a running back, running through the, in between the tackles, those types of things. And we were kind of excited just going into the year, like can't wait to see this guy in a preseason game. Wait to see what he does. We know he can run routes very much like a receiver from his background, and he's got very natural hands, and he's explosive, all those types of things. But you know, we ran him down the field some, like you mentioned in that Pittsburgh game, and he doesn't look out of place. But what we've been impressed with is the toughness, is the times, whether it's preseason or through the games this year, where he's had to cut up or run in between the tackles and get his pads down and kind of show that he can be a guy that you could hand it off to in whatever scheme. That doesn't matter who's in the football game. We can call that play and know that he'll execute it.
Wes, what catches your eye when you're watching this Eagles?
Well, a lot of things, I guess, but Vic Fangio's always been an excellent coordinator. Have been on teams that competed against his defenses for a lot of years, and always been a real challenge. One of the best. Obviously, those two interior defensive tackles are different. Size, explosiveness. Those guys have been big factors in a lot of plays throughout their time with the Eagles, and sometimes a little harder if an edge guy is going to be on the left side every time, and hey, we can scheme ways to get help with this, but if you got two big guys inside, you can't slide to both of them. And then they've also got pressures, and he's smart enough to know ways to get his guys singled up as well. So you're going to have to block those guys inside and try to minimize some of the push in the pocket, because they do have some athletic edge guys, even with injuries they've had, that can bend and turn the corner on you. So it's going to be a real challenge up front in that aspect. Mitchell's playing really well, I think, at corner, and I know they've had some different injuries there. I think Cooper DeJean and Blankenship have been playing really good football, instinctive, good football players. So scheme is good. Like I said, Vic is great. So it's going to be a challenge. Every week is a new challenge. We got to kind of try to figure it all out. What are the problems? What are the issues? Where can we attack the defense? What do we expect them to do against us? All those type of chess match type things throughout the week. But they're certainly a good defense.
Thanks, everyone.